Hey, it's Garo, and welcome to HubSpot Shortcuts. Today's episode is all about forms. Yeah, that thing that most folks breeze past like it's just a checkout screen. But here's the kicker: if you master how to set up your forms, they can actually transform into one of the most potent conversion layers for your entire go to market strategy. In this video, I'll guide you through everything you need to know, from foundational elements to advanced techniques that will help you create forms that not only sharp but also work effectively and deliver clean data downstream. Whether you're steering the ship as a CRM admin or you're paving the way for pipeline predictability as a RevOps leader, this episode is just for you. So let's get started. But first, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Hi everyone. So let's go ahead and start building our form here. So first you need to go to the navigation menu to the marketing piece and then forms. On the forms piece, you can create a form. So HubSpot has two options: the legacy old forms, which were the simple forms that HubSpot used to have, and the new form editor, which is more visual with the multiple steps, and it gives you more advanced styling options. Today, we're going to go with the new form editor. HubSpot built-in has multiple good templates that you can use, either if it's an event registration, if it's a call to action for a demo, booking a meeting, a support form, or gated content for them to get different things. If you choose a template, it's already pre-built. The only thing you will need to do kind of to change the text, change this to your branding colors, and that's it. The form submission, of course, can happen. You can check how it looks like on the phone, how it looks like on the laptop, and so on. And for today, we're going to go with a completely new template. So we'll go create a form editor, go and start from blank. So we're going to have multiple steps here. In order to start, we would kind of choose what we can do with our fields, what we need to add, what we need to remove. And it's super simple to add additional steps inside HubSpot. You can add either a step from here, another page, or by just clicking here to add a new step. And if you want to add additional properties, you can either create new properties or choose by searching here. So if we want to also ask them their company name, we can also do it by clicking here. Cool things about HubSpot, you can also have a placeholder text that can just say and type it inside the field. If you need a help text, you can that gives a little bit of information of what this field needs to do. It's more like share the name of your company, for example, and it gives them the idea that, hey, you need to do that here. You can also have default values, and you can make this a required field, which adds this red star. Another cool thing about HubSpot in the email specifically, we can also have block emails that are not company domains. So specifically, if we want Gmails, Hotmails, and other provider emails that are personal to be removed, we can just go ahead and make sure this is there. And we can also add our own domains that we would like to block. Another cool thing to do here is just to make sure that we type work email in order for people to know that, hey, this is definitely the work email we want. And in the help text, we can also add, please add your company email. This way we can make sure that this is going to be definitely a work email. Let's make this a required field. Last name, another required field as well. Cool. Another great thing about HubSpot's new forms is you can definitely add a lot of styles. You can go either add a picture on the left side, on the right side. You can have the form at the top, at the bottom. If you are doing any webinar, you can have your picture here and so on and so forth. You can generate an image, let's say webinar related pictures, and that is going to be automatically generated by AI. It's as easy as creating it here. You can see how it's looking already. You can either display it as full size for the entire image and so on. You can play with this picture. It can be on the right, on the left, on the bottom, and so on. So that's that. Another option for this is to also have a progress bar for where they are on the form submission process. It can be either a number where they are on each of the pages. If you don't want to show that, just like a progress bar like this, that's also possible. And you can put the progress bar here. So in order for you to add additional fields, you can just click on the plus button here, and it can be either a single line text, a number. If we want to capture their phone number, you can either put the field here at the top and so on, and you can call it phone, and that will match it with the person's phone number. So as long as you put the phone number here, it will automatically match here, and we will have this as a property. You can make it required and so on. We can also create fields if it's not already there. We can choose properties directly from here if we have specific things that we want to add. So all of it is going to sit in here. So that's on the fields part. So if we also want to add, let's say, a text, that's going to be here. If we want to add a picture or anything, that's also going to be in the other piece. So if we want to have a heading that says contact us, for example, you can do it here. You can play with the sizes here. You can decide where you want the text to be, if it should be vertical at the bottom and so on. So all of it is going to be here. And if I also want to add a picture, I can go here, add the plus button, other, I can add a picture. I can choose it either from either our existing images in HubSpot, or I can do it from scratch here. So depends on what I want to add. I can add a specific picture, for example, this one, and put it in my form. And that's how it's going to look like. Next step, we can go with the step 2. You can see that whenever you click submit, it's going to go like this. That's the part. And then there's the optimize piece where HubSpot can suggest some additional things to you. If you want to have like the CAPTCHA added or other stuff here, you can also do that. Also, you can have the specific logic on the form. So if, let's say, work email is unknown, make sure that to do something else. So we can do additional stuff on this part as well. Has a value. So as long as we know that the email exists, for example, we can add additional fields. So, and we can do either or and group them all together. So specifically, if I do the, let's say, work email is known, for example, I can add additional fields that are dependent. So we can have dependent properties based on this. So if the work email is known, then I also want to know there, for example, the title as well. So I can search for job title and add the contact's job title as a dependent field. So that's going to pop up whenever the work email is known. So here we can see that this job title property is dependent on the work email. So whenever we know the work email, only then the job title will appear here. And we can add as many logics as we want to this part and so on. We can, of course, change the confirmation email and the thank you page and all that. Plus, of course, as you know, for all HubSpot assets, you should have a good HubSpot form demo, a good naming conversion. For example, we do numbering for the naming conversion in order for us to know what's happening. So this is a contact us form for the website. Make sure you have all these in there, so all those cleanups are there. And on the left side, we can also have automations piece. So whenever, let's say, something does happen, we can go with the different automations. Let's say we want to send an email after the form has been submitted. And you can just go ahead and put that in the automations piece. And you can change the email that you want. You can turn it on. You can do different things, either send an email, have different actions, either delay it, all the things that we can do, like sending an internal email notification to our team. In the CRM, we can create a record if we want, create a task for our team to follow up, rotate the contact owner. If we want to add them to an ad audience, if it's specifically in an event that we are attending, we can add them to a static list, remove them from an audience, and so on. And we can also do a lot of cleanups and operations hub pieces as well. So all of these are going to be possible, plus sending automated emails to the customer saying, thank you for submitting the form, and so on and so forth. That's the automation piece. And on the settings part, you can always automatically create a new contact when the email is from an unknown email address. So if they don't exist in our CRM database, go ahead and add them as a new record. You can also pre-populate the records if we know them or not. So you can have this pre-populated piece here added whenever you want to take care of people that we already know, so they're not really taking care of every time adding it. And then you can also have specific campaigns added to this form as well. So if we are doing a specific campaign, we can add this and put it inside HubSpot, right? So we can add them to a campaign that we already worked on, so on. You can automatically also set the lifecycle stage if you want it to be a lead. If it's already a customer that we're doing an event for, you can put the lifecycle stage customer and so on. For the submission settings, we can send this contact to a contact owner if it already exists, send it to other users as well. We can either send it to specific users or teams. So if we want to send it to specific teams, it's possible. If we want to send it to specific people, that's also possible. We can do that, and then we can also block specific domains to be setting that, and we can also automatically create tickets for those customers that want to have the ticket name and the description. So for those customers who we think that we also need the ticket, that's also possible on the submission settings as well. And for the language and region, you can also choose if you would like to have this primary language as English, and if you want it to be translated based on the country and location. Once that's done, we can review it. It gives you some ideas on what you can do additionally. So you can have a reCAPTCHA added to your form. So we can have it to make sure it's there's the data protection as well, and it's not a robot, and we can have all the different subscriptions that they need to do, subscribe them here, make sure they agree. And then when we review and update, we see everything is working fine, updated. And once we do, it gives us the option to either embed it with HubSpot to a specific page already, give us a code if it's not in a HubSpot page that we want to share. So we can embed it in a website page that is outside of HubSpot, and we can have the actual link to the form as a standalone, and we can also check it and share it internally. So this is my picture. Whenever we complete those information and number, and so you see that we got the job title added when we added the email. And after that, we have the company name, and we can then submit it. If we try to submit it, it's not going to let us do it because we did not complete all the required properties. So these are the forms. All right, folks, there you have it. You now have all the tools and techniques needed to create HubSpot forms that not only look great, but also work wonders for your business. Remember, taking the time to optimize your forms can lead to stronger data hygiene and better conversion rates. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more insightful content just like this, so you can work smarter, not harder in your journey. Drop any questions or tips you have in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're using forms in your own strategies. Until next time, keep optimizing and making those conversions happen. Thanks for watching.